ay! Estamos en México! Tierra del Sol! Viva, viva! No, actually, we're still in the United States. We're in San Isidro, and we're very close to the border. And when you get close to the border, you see the Casas de Cambio, the money exchange houses. And these people are very, very similar to the dealers, the market makers that are on Wall Street. They make a market in dollars and pesos. So you just don't see one exchange rate, you see two. And their profit, their earnings is the spread, is the difference, the amount between what they will buy your dollars for and what they will sell you for. So let's take a look at this first one here. We see 17, and there's a point there. We don't see the point. We see it over here. 17.522 and 17.415. What does that mean? If you bring them dollars, they will give you 17.41 pesos. If you bring them pesos, they want you to pay them 17.522 pesos to get a dollar. You understand? And the difference is the spread. That's how they make their money. They make their money on the difference between the two. And what you notice, these are all in the same corner, folks. They're competing against one another. Here, these people are going to give you fewer pesos for your dollars, and they're going to expect more dollars for your pesos. You see what's going on? They're all competing, and these people are going to give you even fewer pesos, and they don't want as much as this company, but they want more than that company for the dollars to pesos. I'm sorry, for the pesos to dollars. It gets confusing. I apologize. I messed you up on this one. Let's take a look here. They will give you 17.377 pesos for every dollar, and they want you to pay 17.550 dollars. Pesos to get a dollar. All right, so you see what's going on? This is what's going on Wall Street. There's not just one price, even though you go on the internet and you look up and say, oh, there's the price. Wrong. That's the best price. There are dozens of prices depending on who's bidding for your transaction, who's bidding for your business. And then you see something along this line. Wait a minute, what's going? Why does the cursor keep disappearing? I don't know. But over here you see 18.052 and 17.89. Wait a minute. 17.899. That's more pesos than all the others. It's a lot more. Well, it's not that much more, but it's 17.9, almost 18 pesos for your dollar. What's the difference? Well, over here you see no commission. Over here, we don't see it over here, but below it, there's no commission. This one's saying no commission. These people right across the street charge a commission. So you have to be careful. Not only are they acting as a dealer, as a market maker who makes money off the spread, the difference between what they buy and sell their securities for, in this case pesos and dollars, but also stocks and bonds on Wall Street, they also charge a commission. That's what brokers do. So they're acting as a broker and they're acting as a dealer, as a market maker. Does it make sense? Go back over and listen to it. I apologize for a couple of mess-ups. It gets confusing for anybody, even if you've been in the business for a long time. So slide number 2. Here is another company that is on the same, it's just right down the block, and these people typically will have the smallest spreads. Look, see, 17.510 is what, if you give them $1, that's how many pesos they'll give you. 17.530 is how many pesos they want to give you $1. And this is they're all the same company, but they bid against each other. They're just down the street from one another, right across. In fact, these people are right across from one another right here. And notice, look at the spread here. It's tiny. So how do they make money? Well, they do a lot of business. In fact, this one right here, you'll see a line out the block. This one right here, you'll see a line out the block sometimes because these people give often the best one. And then this one, they just opened up. It's down the block by the U.S. Bank building. They give you, in this case, the best deal for your dollars to pesos. See, I'm not trying to plug these people. It's just that I do change my dollars to pesos often when my wife and I visit Mexico, and so I use these people. They give me the best deal. All right, so now, finally, we're in Tijuana. Now we finally crossed the border, and we're in TJ. And the first thing you notice is that the numbers drop. And, I've never figured out why. I've only seen one time when the numbers were higher in Tijuana than San Isidro. And so, if you're going to change your dollars into pesos, it makes more sense to do it in San Isidro. But if you're going to change your pesos into dollars, remember the numbers we saw? 17.4, 17.5? Well, here's 17.18, 17.1. We will get more dollars for our pesos in Tijuana. And I've never figured out why, folks. I really have never figured out why. But that's just the way it is. The numbers are lower in Tijuana. So if you're going to change your dollars into pesos, do it in San Isidro. And then if you're going to change your pesos into dollars, do it in TJ. Now, notice that the spreads are still pretty small, relatively, not as small as that one company, ABC, but it's typical to what the first slide was. Now, let's take a look at another company that's been in business for decades, and these people are on the promenade that leads directly to downtown, but the sea of gringos that used to visit Mexico is gone. It's all dried up. So these people don't do a very big business anymore, and they just changed their policy. They used to say, cobramos comisión. They used to charge a commission along with the spread, but now they've changed it. And this woman does not like me when I come. She waves at me, don't take pictures, and I just smile and wave back, take the pictures and run. Notice they will also, this is not that big a spread. It's higher than the others. It's bigger than the others, the spread. But notice they will also buy and sell euros. But they'll give you 15 pesos for 1 euro, but they want you to pony up 20 pesos for 1 euro. So that's 1 euro. That spread is very large. So this is where they get you, folks. This is where, especially those penny stocks, it might only charge you 3 cents for a stock, but then when you go to sell it back to them, they'll only pay you 1 cent. You see, the spread, even though it's in pennies, it's huge. It's a huge percentage. So you think you're going to beat these penny stock people at their own game and get out before the price plummets, but nah, they're going to get you one way or the other. They're going to pay you a whole lot less than what you bought it for because they are scam artists and they're on the wrong side of the tracks, the bad side of town. And so you don't want to ever go on the OTC markets, folks. Stay away from penny stocks. And if you haven't done the presentation yet, or you haven't looked at some of the other files, the graphics of what penny stocks will do to you, they're just scams. They're not real companies. Stay away from them. And then we want to see some real scammers. Let's look on slide number 5. Now this is over by Artículo 123, which is a very interesting area of TJ. If you ever visit TJ, you want to ask people where the Zona Norte, Zona de Tolerancia is, because there are all these very, very pretty young Mexican women who want to teach you Spanish. They'll ask you if you want to go up to the room with them, and they'll give you private. Wait a minute, they're not teaching Spanish? Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, they're doing what? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, in this area, which is known as a fairly rough part of town, although it doesn't seem that rough to me, I grew up in Philadelphia, you'll notice that there are people there who will give you a very bad deal. In fact, I couldn't get a good shot of this because they threatened me with bodily harm, and I ran and I came back and snuck a picture. But here, they're going to pay you, they're going to ask you, you give them $1, they're going to give you 16.099 pesos, which is a whole lot less than everybody else. You see that? And this is typical, folks. When you're in the airport, the spreads will be huge. They'll give you very, very bad exchange rate. Or if you go to one of the tourist locations, like Cabo San Lucas, Puerto Vallarta, any of the tourist locations, you sure bring your dollars, but we're not going to give you very many pesos for it, which is why you should change your pesos and your dollars into pesos before you go there. We're very lucky because we opened up a bank account in Mexico, Bancomer. Now I think it's harder to do. I heard it's harder to do. And so what we do is we take our dollars, run them down to San Isidro, change them into pesos, run across the border, deposit them, and then everywhere in Mexico is a Bancomer ATM machine. Whereas if you take the money out of the ATM machines in Mexico, they'll give you a good exchange rate. The banks will give you a good exchange rate, but they'll hit you with anywhere from $2.50 up to $9 for an ATM fee. So they get you one way or the other. So hopefully this has shown you not only how to change your dollars into pesos, but more importantly, what's going on. What's going on Wall Street? You see one price, but no, there are prices all over the map, and you think you're getting the best price, but not necessarily. And how do you know? Well, we discussed that in the presentation. You really don't. You really don't know if you're going to get the best price. You have to trust your broker, trust the company you're dealing with. And I know our company gives really good prices on the transactions, but you don't know who you got to trust. You got to know who you're dealing with. And again, and also we looked at the spread, and then some of those penny stocks, the spreads are just like this area where they just kill you. They just steal your money. They're just stealing your money. All right. Go back over. If you didn't understand what I was saying, yes, it's a little tricky, but watch the presentation. Listen to this again, watch it again, and go down to Mexico and check out some of the restaurants. They're just some of them really, really good restaurants in PJ. If you want some referrals, please contact me. La Strada, La Corriente, Misión 19, Mr. Pampas, if you like meat. Oh, yeah, great Casa de Mole, lots of great restaurants. See ya!